Good afternoon. I'm State Representative David Welter. I am from Morris. I also represent part of LaSalle County, not where the actual home is, but there are many people that I know that work there and have family there. Those of us that are here today reacted swiftly when we first learned of the outbreak. I joined Representatives Freeze and Swanson back in November, calling for the House Veterans Affairs Committee to hold immediate hearings while the outbreak was still going on, either in person or virtually, to step in and identify how we could help the governor's team act with urgency that this crisis demanded. Crucial weeks passed by with no response to our requests for hearings from the House Democrats, who were too busy at the time trying to figure out whether they were going to keep Mike Madigan as Speaker or not, all while our veterans were suffering. It took until December 8th for the House to hold a hearing, but again, politics got in the way of meaningful action. In the meantime, as we mentioned earlier, the governor did not call in the National Guard to provide support at the LaSalle home until December 10th. Incredibly, Director Chapalavia did not resign until January 11th, more than 10 weeks after the initial outbreak and 36 veterans had lost their lives. In the aftermath of the Inspector General's report released on Friday, we need to hold hearings to ensure those responsible for this tragic failure are held accountable. We must also begin to restore the public's confidence that we will take any necessary actions to make sure that the multitude of failures that led to this tragedy at the LaSalle home are never repeated. I personally know families that have loved ones there at the LaSalle home, and I've touched on those at the previous committee hearings. During the outbreak, I heard from these families that the communication coming from the home was limited, and some of the testing performed was hampered by delayed results, heightening the anxiety of these families. We later found out that the staff at the home were not using alcohol-based hand sanitizer to kill the coronavirus, as recommended by the World Health Organization, nor were they using proper PPE. There are so many questions this tragedy has brought to light that need answers. This is not a partisan issue. I work with my Democrat colleagues on a regular basis on a wide range of legislation. In fact, I'm criticized many times in conservative circles for how much effort I put into working across the aisle. I'm willing to do whatever I can and whatever we can to work with the governor and Democrats in the Illinois House to protect our veterans. All of us here share that commitment. Let's honor the lives of these veterans that were lost at the LaSalle home by making changes. It's time to schedule a hearing and review the findings of the IG's report.